All right, last Friday I was invited to speak at the Celebration of Reading in Florida. It's a literacy fundraiser that Jeb Bush brought to the state with fantastic results. Friday they raised $1.4 million. Now Jeb's out of politics right now, but he's got plenty of thoughts about books and bailouts.
Let me ask you about Celebration of Reading. And this is something that your mother has embraced for many, many years.
Yep.
Why reading? You know, if they just watch TV, you don't need to read.
Well, you could watch TV and basically be functionally illiterate, and you would spend your life watching TV, which might help for a while, but you also need advertisers, you need innovators, you need creators, and reading expands your mind. The next generation of assembly line workers obviously are going to need skills that are much higher oriented, and reading is the first step. We have tough times right now, and everybody's focused on this big bailout or whatever you want to call it, depending on your point of view, stimulus package. But the longer-term challenges we face are even more serious and create a huge opportunity. So whether you're Republican or Democrat, liberal or conservative, we should at least agree that we need to be much more literate than we are today.
And what's going on in Washington regarding, you know, the TARP money and all that stuff, it's not working. What are they doing wrong?
Well, it may work eventually, and had nothing been done as it relates to the initial TARP money, you know, it's hard to say what would have happened. There are banks that were insolvent, literally insolvent. They had liabilities that far exceeded their capital. So it staved off a financial ruin. I think most people would agree with that. In the long run, I worry that the solution is going to be worse than the problem, and I really worry about it. And this bill that we're speaking on Friday, I just saw on television that they literally have handwritten notes on the margins of the bill that no one has read. I mean,
the stimulus package is over 1,000 pages, and I read that one congressman said, you know, nobody on my staff has read it yet, so I'm going to sign with one hand and cross my fingers with the other.
Yeah, it's just I think this is all going about this the wrong way. And I don't ascribe bad intentions to anybody. I just think we're in troubled times, and we should have thoughtful responses to this. And right now, you just don't get that sense.
And, you know, with the first, you know, during your brother's administration, they came up with it. They okayed the $700 billion, and then they spent half of it. But where did it go? You know, because they hauled out the CEOs last week, and they were saying, look, we're lending money. And people are going, don't.
Well, I think some of them are lending money. I think Wells Fargo's had a double-digit increase in loans, but the others are retrenching because they have assets on their balance sheet that are toxic. But why would we want to have more debt when we're over-leveraged to begin with? Maybe we should figure out strategies to save and to invest rather than to spend as the solution to a problem of overspending.
Oh, stop making sense.
Well, I apologize. I've been out of politics now for 2 years, so the common sense is seeping back into my life a little bit.
Now, tomorrow, we're going to talk a little more to him, and I'm going to ask him whether or not he's going to run for the White House.
Ooh, good question.
And what's his brother up to? You'll be surprised.
Wow, great job, Steve.